She was full of life and she was full of love.
The main convict, Zahir Jaffer, has been awarded death sentence.
Hello, my fellow truth seekers. Today, we will be discussing the tragic case of Noor Mukadam, a story that has shocked and saddened the whole nation of Pakistan. Noor Mukadam's tragic tale serves as a grim reflection of the harrowing experiences endured by numerous women. Noor Mukadam, a 27-year-old woman, was brutally murdered in Islamabad last month. From the initial disappearance to the subsequent investigation, each step in this case has revealed shocking revelations. Through interviews with experts and those close to Noor, we aim to shed light on the circumstances leading up to the tragic event and the impact it has had on her family and community.
Noor was a very remarkable person. In a very short life, 27, 28 years, she has achieved, I think, a great deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we will embark on a journey to understand the tragic events surrounding the Noor Mukadam case. Join me as we analyze the details and implications of this heart-wrenching incident. Victim's background: Noor Mukadam, October 1993, 23rd July 2021, was a 27-year-old young woman from Islamabad, Pakistan. She came from a well-known and influential family, with her father serving as a Pakistani ambassador for many years. Noor's father, Shaukat Mukadam, had previously served as Pakistan's ambassador to South Korea and Kazakhstan. Noor was also well-educated, having studied at some of the top universities in Pakistan and abroad. She was a talented artist and had a passion for social work, often participating in various charities and non-profit organizations. She was described as an intelligent, kind, and compassionate young woman with her whole life ahead of her. But her life was cut short on July 20th when she was murdered in her home. The primary suspect in her murder is a man named Zahir Jaffer, a member of a prominent family in Islamabad. The suspect, Zahir Jaffer, is a dual Pakistani-American citizen and the son of a wealthy businessman, Zahir Jaffer, and Azmat Adamji, and the heir to the Jaffer Group of companies, one of Pakistan's wealthiest families. In addition to the suspect and victim, their families were also acquaintances.
She was full of life and she was full of love.
It was such a brutal murder.
Crime, confession, and conviction. As per a local news channel, the timeline began on July 7th, 2021, when Jaffer booked a one-way plane ticket to New York. Jaffer's departure was scheduled for 3:50 a.m. PST on July 19th. On July 18th, Jaffer arranged a taxi to transport him to the Islamabad International Airport. That evening, Jaffer called Noor. Noor was at home in Islamabad's Naval Anchorage neighborhood. At 9:05 p.m., Noor left her house and arrived at Jaffer's residence in Sector F74 around 10 p.m. At 2:15 a.m. on July 19th, Jaffer came out of his house with a barefooted Noor and both got into the taxi. While on the way, Jaffer suddenly told the driver to turn back because they were too late and would not be able to reach on time. The taxi dropped them at Jaffer's residence at 2:35 a.m. According to the driver, Noor was silent throughout the entire trip while Zahir continued to speak to her. Almost 24 hours later, on July 20th, Noor's father sent her 3 texts at 12:57 a.m. asking her where she was, but Noor did not respond. At 5:48 a.m., her mother sent her messages, followed by calls from 2 family friends. Finally, at 10:43 a.m., Noor sent a voice recording to her mother, details of which have not been disclosed to the public. It was her last message before her brutal murder. After she sent the message, Jaffer immediately called Noor's father from his phone and told her, "Noor is not here at my house." From 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., Noor is believed to have been tortured and murdered by Jaffer. Later, around 10 p.m., Noor's father received a call from the Kosar police station, informing him that his daughter had been murdered. Noor's body was found at Zahir Jaffer's residence in Sector F74, Islamabad. Initial police reports claim that Noor was first shot and then beheaded. Zahir Jaffer, the prime suspect, is arrested at the scene, and an FIR is registered against him at the Kosar police station. Police had subsequently taken the complainant to Zahir's house in Sector F74, where he discovered that his daughter has been brutally murdered with a sharp-edged weapon and beheaded, according to the FIR. Shaukat, who identified his daughter's body, has sought the maximum punishment under the law against Zahir for allegedly murdering his daughter.
The main convict, Zahir Jaffer, has been awarded death sentence on 2 counts, one of murder and one of rape.
Police later said that Zahir had confessed to killing Noor, while his DNA test and fingerprints also showed his involvement in the murder. The photogrammetry tests conducted on a video in which Noor was seen making efforts to save her life and being chased by the accused. Confirmed that it was genuine. According to police reports, Zahir had blood all over his clothes. Investigators say the two were friends, and that Zahir had held Noor hostage for 2 days before brutally murdering her. Noor tried to escape by jumping from the balcony, but she was chased by Jaffer, and the house security guard handed her back to Jaffer. The police are of the view that the murder could have been averted had the security guard informed the police. A leaked audio tape revealed that after the murder, Jaffer phoned his parents. Instead of calling the police, they called Therapy Works, a counseling and psychotherapy center where Jaffer worked. Therapy Works staff arrived at the house, where one of their team members was injured upon encountering Jaffer. Soon after the news of Noor's murder spread, social media was flooded with outrage and demands for justice. People from all walks of life, including celebrities and politicians, expressed their shock and condolences for Noor's family. Social media activists also highlighted the issue of violence against women in the country and called for stricter laws to protect women. As the investigation unfolded, it was revealed that Zahir Jaffer had a history of mental illness and was undergoing treatment for the past 20 years. He had also been discharged from a mental health facility just a week before the incident. The police also found evidence that Noor had been in an on and off relationship with Zahir for the past 2 years. The decision of the case was announced on February 24, 2022, by the additional session Judge Atta Rabbani. In the judgment, Zahir Jaffer was awarded a death sentence for murder and 25 years of imprisonment for rape, while watchman Mohammed Iftikhar and gardener Mohammed Jan were sentenced to 10 years in prison for abetting. The court dismissed the position taken by the defense that Zahir was suffering from any mental disorder and could be acquitted on these grounds. Additionally, the court acquitted Zahir's parents, the cook Jamil, and the Therapy Works employees, as the court could not find any evidence against them. Several appeals were made after the initial judgment. On March 12, 2022, Noor's father would appeal to increase the sentences of Zahir Jaffer, Mohammed Iftikhar, and Mohammed Jan, as well as against the acquittal of Azmat Adam, Zahir Jaffer, Jamil, and the Therapy Works employees, while Zahir, Mohammed Iftikhar, and Mohammed Jan appealed separately to reduce their sentences. The appeal was heard on September 14, 2022 by Islamabad High Court judges Justice Amar Farooq and Justice Sardar Ijaz Ishaq. On March 13, 2023, the High Court judges upheld the original sentences of Zahir, Iftikhar, and Jan, while also increasing Zahir's life sentence for raping Noor to death sentence. Zahir Jaffer would then challenge the High Court's verdict on April 12, 2023, in an appeal to the Supreme Court of Pakistan, raising 23 reasons. The Supreme Court also found Jaffer guilty of rape and handed over 25 years of rigorous imprisonment and a fine of $200,000. Conclusion. The Noor Mukadam case serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for systemic change in our legal framework to ensure that no more lives are lost in vain. In the memory of Noor Mukadam, let us vow to never turn a blind eye to injustice. Let us stand together in solidarity and work towards a future where tragedies like the Noor Mukadam case are no longer part of our reality. Subscribe to our channel for more impactful content and share this video, spread awareness, and let our voices be heard. For in the pursuit of truth lies the power to spark a revolution. Thank you for watching, and remember, the truth shall prevail.